Hello?
No.
Hello? Is this your guest?
It is indeed.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for you. I heard you have something for me?
Yes, ma'am. This is the blood of someone worthy, in my opinion.
Excellent. And it's getting dark. Let's get started.
Okay.
Have you been told what this is going to be used for?
No, I have not.
We need to get answers on something.
All right.
There's an issue, a presence of some kind in not the west, but around the Blackwater area, the West Elizabeth area.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Okay.
that too many of our kind not, are feeling that it's not a place for them. We've consulted the
Let me
shamans.
guess. The church?
Yeah, that would be a good thought, but
Mm-hmm.
but no. We think that there's an entity, a spirit of some kind. We think it's an old spirit. We think it has been here before maybe even we arrived. But whatever it is causing us to not be able to move freely in that area, it's something that we need to find out. So the goal here
Okay.
is an offering. It's an offering to the forest spirits around us. We're in an area where we are accepted. And our intention is hopefully to read from here and answer to our questions. And our question is, how do we contact this? How do we contact the spirit? How do we find out what is, the best way to resolve this? How do we get to in West Elizabeth, what we got here, where our kind thrives on the east? How do we appease them? How do we, coexist? Or how do we dominate them? How do we control the situation? When you look at these runes, what do you see? Does it tell you anything?
Not that I understand. No.
I think I see something. An entity.
Mm-hmm.
An entity made of bones and flesh, but not flesh. Maybe no longer flesh. Amongst the trees. Been hunted by hunters,
Okay.
being chopped at
Is there
by loggers.
any specification on this entity? Something recognizable?
It looks like it's an animal, partly animal or human. It looks like it's a mix. It looks like it's a mix of human tools, animal parts, bones, rotten flesh. But it walks among the trees, and the animals don't seem disturbed by it. But I keep seeing these three individuals, and it seems to have a disdain for these individuals. I don't see the faces of these individuals. I just see what they're doing. I see one that's hunting the animals, one that's cutting down the trees where it's roaming, and one that's taking a pick to the earth. I don't know if these are
What
three
about the
specific.
outfit?
They don't seem to have faces. They don't seem to be consistent. I think these are just the ideas of what ails it. I think we need to get in contact with the spirit. We don't seem to be. I don't see anybody that looks like us being one of these things that ails it. So, I don't know why it's troubling us.
Maybe it's a distress call, trying to get help from us.
From all the things you described, it seems like it looks to protect the land and maybe the people within it that don't pose harm, or at least the creatures that roam those parts.
A protector spirit of the area, you think?
Indeed, maybe it creates fear among us or disturbances because they know we're predators, and we may lurk the land to disturb its peace, even though our prey would not be of what it protects.
Maybe it considers us a hunter and not of a misunderstanding.
That could be.
So, for the one who brought this blood, what would your thoughts and how to approach this spirit be?
I would say, since the spirit is getting hunted and it shows us that he's being hunted, that means either he confused us for protectors or it's a distress call to get help from us. And if you say the spirit is more ancient than everything we've seen, then that means he knows about us, or at least of our kind.
I think that could be true.
Yeah, so he might be trying to get help from us as we have just a bit more power than everyone else.
What are your thoughts on how we would seek an
I
audience?
would say maybe finding a way to talk and see if that spirit want to tell us what he wants or what they want.
I think that's a good idea. I think we should seek an audience with us. I don't think intentionally malevolent towards us. I think we should definitely seek an audience, but how to draw it out in a way that it knows that we're not there to hurt it, that it's not meant to attack us. I think we should provide more offerings.
Yeah, as far as I know, sacrifices is a good gesture.
I would say be very cautious in how we do this. When runes face west, it does mean danger.
It could misunderstand our reaching out as, going into its domain if we approach this incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we'll need to learn about it to see what it craves and what offerings would work for it.
My idea is an offering for each one of the individuals that's showing us. It doesn't look like it's showing us specific people, but ideas of what's attacking it. If we can show it that we can, we have the power to intervene in what's attacking it, maybe it will give us an audience. And if that's the case, that means 3 sacrifices. The idea of the ideal hunter, the idea of the ideal, I would say lumberjack, but not a greenhorn lumberjack, but the idea of someone who's harming the trees. And lastly, someone who's taking directly from the land. Do those make sense?
Yes.
Does anybody think
So,
that I'm reading
my-
this wrong?
No. I think your
I don't think there's
interpretation is good.
I don't think there's a right or wrong. It's more like a trial and error to find out the correct way.
Do you think you're up for this task?
I can do that.
Offer the spirit 3 of what it seeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I suppose that will be your heading.
I'm not seeing anything in the runes that tells me that this is wrong. I don't think that the spirits would have misled us. I think that they have accepted the offering. I think that we're on the right path. So I think this is something that you should do. You should gather these individuals themselves, or the blood from them at least, and then we should have a ritual at that point to try to make contact with this entity. See if we can parlay and find out what the next step is. How do we get entrance, free passage in this domain without the hassle that it's been causing us at this point? I don't want to sound aggressive, but if we need to,
Sometimes
we will be.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's a path for us not to be.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will leave this for you to complete. Thank you for providing somebody for us to have this done.
Thank
The
you.
society appreciates this.
I believe he's more than capable, and he will prove his worth. Particularly after this has been dealt with.
I will not disappoint you.
I hope not. I would hate for you to have to be one of the sacrifices. Good luck.